Alright, I've been talking about harems in Chinese history, and some of you wanted to know if any women had harems. The answer is yes. The only female emperor, Zetian, had a bunch of male lovers. They weren't given the typical titles that female concubines were given, but she created a palace department called the Crane Control Office, or the name can also be interpreted as the Crane Rider Office. Like, riding cranes was just a thing in Chinese mythology. Her male favorite, Zhang Yizhi, who is the main inspiration for Yizhi in my book, was the Crane Rider Supervisor, the head of the department. There were apparently 40 members, and technically they were supposed to be talented scholars there to compile books and help her out, but what they really did was just party hard and be her personal entertainers. Though I do want to caution that there is a lot of conjecture about her male favorites, because this is what they do to women who gain power. They can't talk smack about her administrative abilities, so they make up stories about how lecherous she was. So I'm trying to go by reliable historical documents, and according to those, the Crane Rider Office definitely existed as an official government thing. Though we don't know the details of exactly what she did with its members, because she was 75 at this point. But power to old people. Aside from Zhang Yizhi, Empress Wu has 3 other confirmed male favorites. There's Zhang Changzong, Zhang Yizhi's brother, who would wear a feathered cloak and ride around on a fake crane. There's Xue Huaiyi, who was originally a medicine merchant named Feng Xiaobao, but got recommended to Empress Wu to keep things low-key because this was before she formally took the throne as emperor. She made him shave his head and disguise himself as a Buddhist monk so that he could go into the palace. And he actually did help use Buddhist scripture to justify her eventually taking the throne. He was also in charge of building her a massive 91-meter tall tower, like literally the equivalent of 27 modern stories. But when she started favoring another man, he burnt the whole thing down out of jealousy. Just goes to show that you could be the literal only female emperor in Chinese history and still not be safe from toxic boyfriends. There's another funny story involving him in which he was hanging around the chancellor offices and was super rude to one of the chancellors, who proceeded to call the guards to beat him up. And then afterwards, when he cried to Empress Wu about it, she was like, "Yeah, you're supposed to take the North Gate. What were you doing at the chancellor offices?" So her head was clear. She knew what she was doing. The man she started favoring over him is Shi Nanqiu, an imperial physician, and there's not much more that I could find about him. Any mention of him from taking too many pills to satisfy her is not from reliable sources. But in general, her harem was a lot more lax than the harems of male emperors because, as far as I know, all of these male favorites were free to come and go and associate with other women, and there are no records of her any of them for being unfaithful to her, so I don't even know if she had that expectation. Though she did have Xue Huaiyi for the whole burning down the tower thing and have his ashes mixed into the building material for a brand new